So I've been playing the crap out of Mouse PI for Hire. I love this game so much, it's so good. I'm only 3 hours in, but man, this game has me in hook, line, and sinker. And I'm so glad that this game is as good as it is. I mean, I'm not saying it's like, a masterpiece or anything. I just fucking love it. I really think the game is good. And by far my favorite thing about it is easily the art style. I love rubber hose cartoons in video games. I honestly think there needs to be more of it, though I can understand why there isn't, because you have to animate it and then put it into a video game, and the whole process is probably a giant pain in the ass. But I'm just loving this game so far, and a lot of people are too, but there's one person who didn't like it. It was a person who I will not name, but it's a reviewer for IGN who gave the review a 6 out of 10, and he basically summed up his review at the end, which says, Mouse PI for Hire is an amusing enough FPS if you just want to blast some cartoon mice and not think about it too hard, but its haphazard marriage of noir storytelling and boomer shooter action are at odds in uncomfortable ways that weaken both aspects. What the fuck? Okay. Now, the reasons for him ultimately coming to that conclusion are honestly just so laughable and total bullshit, and of course I'm going to be getting right into it. Now, the review itself is really long, so I'm not going to go over it like bit by bit, because if I did that we'd be here all day, but there's two specific paragraphs that I want to read to you that really showcase how fucking stupid this review is, or more so how stupid his reasons are. In this particular paragraph, he criticizes the game's, quote, nonsensical scenarios, or one of them, which I'll just read to you right now. Jack Pepper is a PI who kills more people in a single mission than Philip Marlowe has in every book Raymond Chandler ever wrote combined. I don't care how corrupt the cops are, a private detective can't break into a police station and slaughter them en masse and then go about his day. In one particularly nonsensical scenario, as if this whole game isn't really, at least on the surface, a nonsensical scenario, because it's a cartoon, it's supposed to be nonsensical, but anyway, Jack inadvertently burns down an opera house to save a guy running for mayor, and he ends up fighting an opera singer? Yeah. And shoots her? Correct. Is she dead? Probably. Did I just kill an actress for being angry I burned down her workplace? I mean, if you want to look at it that way, yeah, sure, I guess that's kind of what happened. If I didn't, have I left her alive and unconscious inside a burning building? I guess, bro. Like, sure, again, if you want to look at it that way. Mouse PI for Hire doesn't tell me and doesn't seem to care either way. Oh my fucking god, bro. The game doesn't tell you because it doesn't fucking matter. In the grand scheme of the story, what happened on the opera house and that singer was kind of just what set everything in motion. But again, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. Like, why the hell are you asking these many questions about one little boss fight in the game? Why are you that concerned over a nonsensical scenario in a cartoon video game? Like, it's a cartoon game. It's not supposed to make sense, at least on the surface. Nonsensical scenarios are bound to happen. And also, going back to that point of like Jack killing all those corrupt cops and then going about his day, of course that's gonna fucking happen. It's a first-person shooter. The entire gameplay loop is you kill a bunch of bad guys, you figure out more and more about the story, you go into another room, kill more bad guys, you go into another room, figure more about the story, rinse and repeat. That is the gameplay loop. Of course you're gonna be killing a bunch of bad guys. Again, it's a first-person shooter. What else did you think was gonna happen? That's like criticizing Call of Duty for having you kill too many bad guys. It doesn't make any sense. But that's just the first paragraph that I wanted to go over. In the second paragraph, the writer or the reviewer kind of addresses why he cares so much. But Will, you might say, this is a goofy Looney Tunes FPS. Why should I care about any of that? You really shouldn't, but moving on. And the answer is because Mouse wants you to. It wants you to believe that it is important. You spend a lot of time talking about these characters, about putting together clues you need to get to the bottom of what's going on, and about Jack's motivation for doing the work. He allegedly needs the money, which both leads to him taking cases and doesn't track when I'm super rich from all the killing. All of that makes a lot less sense after you've gone to the Tinsel Bros studios and single-handedly eradicated the mob hanging out there, all while doing a bunch of Tomb Raider / Indiana Jones / Conan the Barbarian impressions as everyone says you should be an actor. Give this guy a week on the job as chief of police and Mouseburg would be the safest city in the world because no one would be left alive to commit crimes in the first place. Oh my fucking god. You know what? Let's keep going. It's hard to buy into Jack as the regular guy who needs to gather evidence I'm told he is when he's just wiped out the local police department, Oh my god, bro. This entire review is just this guy looking way too deep into like the surface level stuff, like the gameplay and the cartoony events, which obviously is going to happen because as he said, it's a goony Looney Tunes FPS. Of course, ridiculous things are going to happen. That's just how the game is. This reviewer seems like the type of guy to criticize Scooby-Doo because Scooby can talk. It's just so fucking stupid and ridiculous how this guy is having problems with things that he should not be having problems with. Like, instead of this guy bitching and moaning about stupid shit that really doesn't matter, he should instead be diverting his attention and focusing this review on the things that actually do matter in the game, like the story and the very obvious political themes such as government and police corruption and racism. Especially since this game is supposed to be a twisted mirror look into 1930s America, and the game is making fun of and is supposed to be a satire of the extremist political ideologies that were present back then, such as Adolf Hitler and the Nazis. If this review was this guy like going over the story and really diving deep into that, then I wouldn't be shitting on it as much as I am, but because he's making fun of the things that, again, do not matter, have basically no impact on the story at large, that's why I'm making fun of it. Like, this guy is just trying to find problems in places where there really are no problems. And that's entirely why this review as a whole sucks absolute ass, and I'm so glad that it's getting rightfully made fun of, because like this is just such an embarrassment to gaming journalism. But leave it to IGN to come up with the most dog shit takes you'll ever hear in your life. I feel like their entire thing is kind of just going against the grain. Anything that's good they hate, and anything that's like somewhat bad or just straight up dog shit they like. Such as Overwatch, which they gave a 10 out of 10, calling it a masterpiece, which is way too generous of a title to give to a game like that, especially since it has gone downhill tremendously and will honestly never be as good as it used to be. But anyway, I guess the main thing you can really take away from this video is to never ever trust a review from IGN, because I guarantee you whatever they're reviewing is actually good and they're just hating on it and trying to find the most bullshit reasons to hate on it. And such is the case with this review that I've been talking about. But anyway, that is going to do it for the video. Thank you for watching, and yeah, peace.